The next big transformative thing for me was when I started practice. So growing up, I just had the privilege of that school came easily to me. I didn't really need to study or doing things like it just, I loved learning. And I think I have a partial photographic memory or just certain things. Like if I can sit and listen, I can really oftentimes plug and play and really take in a good comprehension of things. So I always thrived in school and I loved it. And so I was like, oh man, after school is done, it's going to take time to go practice. I know that. So this would be a great opportunity for me to learn more. How much better is that? Nothing better than that. Well, did I know that I was going to learn so much, not about my practice, but about me? um, because wouldn't you know, that's when I got to know intimately about this fun thing called anxiety, which I had heard about in school, anxiety, no. But I'm like, what is, I don't know, never been through it before. Like, I don't know what that is really. Like, they say it's worry, but me. And so, but I never been through it, so I don't really know. Well, it just, didn't start initially, but then I just started noticing just this unease. Like when my brain was quiet and there was nothing going on, just this unease, which I've never had before. If my brain is quiet, I'm at peace. If there's no sound going on, nothing around me, it is calm and quiet. And I just had this almost like a smile in my brain, like just, I'm good, I'm calm. And so this new invader of just like tension, I was like, no, you're not invited here. I don't like this. And so I just started talking to all my friends. I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. This is weird, but can you pray for me? Like, just ask for prayer and for insight to things. And I just was noticing that just, it was like Jekyll and Hyde. Like, and a lot of it was in regards to my practice. It was that head knowledge wise, I knew I should not compare myself to this doctor that has had 10 years on me, and he's my mentor and my friend, and I like value him dearly. And so I knew like it wasn't competition, but I'm just like comparing myself to him, but I'm not. Like it was weird. I'm like, okay, I can't compare myself to him, but I am. So I'm like, hold on here, brain. Like, why can't I not control you? Control my head and heart. Just there's a disconnect there. I felt like Jekyll and Hyde, and so just all of that translated into just unease and just this. My self worth was in my numbers and my patients. How many people were there, and I'm like, it all spiraled. And so no one else would have probably known. Like, I mean, my husband a little bit, but like, I was still my normal self, happy go lucky. And, but just underneath, I was just like this unease. And I'm like, no, ugh. And so I was talking to our office manager at the time. And she's kind of was like, talking about it. And she's like, da da da, anxiety. And I was like, what? Hold on. And I was like, wait, anxiety? Like, oh, that's what this is. And it was interesting. In general in my life, I don't think diagnoses really have a place. Like they can help, but in general, it's what's the root issue? What is the root cause? And then fixing that root cause, and that's how you get healing. But in this situation, for me personally, honestly, hearing that word really seemed to help. It just like was like, oh, interesting. It just had a pivot for my brain, and so then I don't know, combated it. It was weird. But so I that, and then also I started reading this book called Loving God with All Your Mind, and that was really good too. Of just focusing on the present, being present in the moment, not focusing on the future or being worried about the future or the past, just being present, focusing on what's pure and what is right, not extrapolating things to putting words on people's mouths or other things, or ooh, they looked at me a certain way, they must be angry, and then creating this whole future on things that it's not even true. There's no validity to it, but you've now created this whole world. So focusing on present, but then also putting what is my self-worth in? What is my identity? And I was realizing I was putting my identity as doctor, not as child of God, wife. And that was profound for me. So it was in this self-searching that I really found myself. And I really realized and was raw with myself. I was like, okay, that's what this is. Like, my work became my God, even though I didn't feel like it was, or I didn't feel like I was idolizing it, but I was. And so it just allowed me to shift and be like, no, no, this is what's important. That my number one priority is God and my husband. And so from there, I was able to kind of just reshift my mind, reframe my mind and my identity. And that was key. And then the anxiety just melted away. And so I'm very thankful for my story in the realm of my anxiety only lasted about 2 months, if that. Whereas I know most people that's not their story, and it's been an ongoing thing for so long. But I want to encourage you is that oftentimes it's using that time, if you have anxiety, of getting curious. Why am I anxious? What else is going on here? Like, what is my body trying to protect me from? Because oftentimes it's these alarm bells that your body is trying to protect you. And sometimes they don't need to be protected from. Like, they're old alarm bells, old things from your past, from past traumas, or things that are keep creeping up. But using anxiety as an opportunity to be curious about, okay, what is my brain, what is my body trying to tell me, and how best can I then speak in truth to it? How can I put in God's word truth and those things? And so there's lots of different books, but Redefining Anxiety by Dr. John Deloney is really good. Identity Theft and Loving God with All Your Mind are all great books that I read at the time, and there's countless other ones as well that are really good. But anxiety is hard, and there's different things that are hard there, but God can use it for your good in His glory.